Hi, everyone.
Yes.
This is Jeff Kale with Keller Williams Realty and realestatecareer.com. And I have Nayelly here from New Orleans. Nayelly, how's it going? How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing all right. It's going very well. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm chatting with Nayelly, and she just got her license in April. She gets going, and she's got five transactions underneath her belt since April. And right now, making this video, it's November. So that is pretty good. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
So tell me, a little bit about your journey. You get licensed, you go to work for a virtual broker, and then you came to KW. Share a little bit with everyone about that.
Yes. So I started off with a virtual broker, and I wasn't too much a fan of the setup. I'm very much a people person. I get motivated and inspired by the place where I am and the people around me, and so I really needed that kind of space where I could go into a market center. I could, I would dress up for the day and I would see people and join them for the weekly meetings. And so that's what I do, and that's really been helping me. Being with a virtual broker really wasn't really my thing.
Yeah, and you know what? As I make these videos and I'm interviewing lots of different people, we're getting different perspectives. Nayelly and I, we're not saying don't work for a virtual brokerage. It just wasn't right for Nayelly.
Yeah.
Maybe it's right for someone, maybe it's not. And I'm just like you, Nayelly. I want to look someone in the eyes and ask them a question and have a response back instead of being virtual. So, to each his own. So,
Yeah. Yes. And then also at the market center, we have the different spaces where we can work. There's the meeting area, then there's some conference tables on the side, and then there's the kitchen. And so just being able to move to different places, talk to different people, it helps keep me awake and on my toes. And that's really, I know my work style, and I know that really works for me. So it's been
yeah.
really, really awesome.
Yeah. And you know what? I worked for a virtual brokerage. I did one transaction. We didn't discuss this before. I worked for them. I did one transaction. I did the transaction at home alone. And I did it for my kitchen table alone. And guess what? I had questions, and no, it wasn't great. I had to get into like a virtual, chat and all this kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
after my first transaction, I went directly to
Yeah.
KW. And
Yeah.
it's been so long, I kind of forget that I started at a virtual brokerage. So,
my first transaction, I mean, I remember it clearly. I mean, it was just in June,
yeah.
and so when I was filling out my very first contract, I went to the office, and I was at least 3 people helped me out throughout the time was, and it felt great because I didn't even feel embarrassed or intimidated about asking people, because everybody was so nice. So I would, okay, help me out with this line. What do they mean by this? Just to make sure. And so having that available, I would have freaked out if I just had like a chat room available or something like that. It was great to be able to ask so many people for assistance when I needed it.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about KW, the office, and the culture. The culture is, we are competing, right, for the same clients, but really it's not like kind of a doggy dog kind of situation. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, and that's all throughout KW culture, and that's one of the things that makes us apart. And it's kind of hard to articulate, like, how do you express that if you haven't felt it? And you've experienced it. So let me ask you this. Talk about the training that you got or that you're continuing to get at KW office.
So I've done one Ignite session, and I try to attend every one of the Wednesday meetings that we have. I have a CE opportunity coming up that they're gonna have at the market center. They have a lot of different mortgage, lender talks and things like that. And so I try and sign up for as many of them as I can go. They have a lot of shift sessions as well, which I'll go to sometimes too. And so it's really great because there's so many opportunities. That there's a lot of stuff in Command too, a lot of videos, a lot of education, but in the market center, that helps me out a lot because it also helps you network. It helps keep me awake when I'm in a meeting in person, at a training in person. But there's been a lot of opportunities for that. And I try and attend as many as I'm able to take advantage of all those.
Yeah, that's good. And so what Nayelly is talking about is there's training from KW Corporate that's on the national level, but you also have training on the local level, what's going on in your own market, in your own market center, and all that. So you're so successful. How are you getting your business your first year? Oh my gosh. How are you getting business?
So far, 4 of the 5 transactions that I've had have come from social media. And so that's really what I'm leveraging. That's really what I'm trying to build most of my lead generation through. It's not the only thing I do. There's other more traditional things that I do as well. But definitely I am focusing the majority of my efforts on social media, Facebook and Instagram. And I'm kind of starting to do TikTok a little bit, but mostly, especially Facebook, second Instagram, and then some TikTok.
So can you elaborate on that just a little bit? Like, what are you doing? Let's just say on Facebook. Are you doing
Yeah.
paid ads or just network?
No, I haven't put any money into advertising at all yet. I think I would like to eventually soon, but I'm not currently. What I've done is I'll go to different local Facebook pages, like groups, and then if somebody is asking for advice on real estate or questions about the city, I go and answer them and try and be as much help as I can be. I try to provide as much value and like knowledge about whatever question they're asking that has to do with real estate or the city, knowing the city. And so so far the people that I've worked with the most, see, four of the 5 have been people that have relocated to New Orleans. 2 of those were, I help people purchase with their home purchases, and they purchased sight unseen. They had not seen their house at all. And so I just sent them videos, and we were in constant contact about the home and they saw their house when they closed. Yes, but just kind of going into into different groups and just kind of striking up conversations with people and educating them and providing value in the response that I give them.
Yeah, and you know what? That's incredible as you're sharing. I'm just thinking here, when you sell a house to someone and they've never seen it, you have to establish that trust. You used to be really good at building that rapport because someone's trusting you to make a decision on the biggest purchase of their life and they haven't even seen it. I've done only one transaction like that all my years. So
it is nerve-wracking. I would, get a little worried, like, okay, they've seen it on video and everything, but it's different when you actually see it in person and when you feel the house and everything. But both of them were extremely happy with what they bought. So that's so good.
That's awesome. So Nayelly is located in New Orleans. If you are an agent, I'm going to ask you to send your referrals to Nayelly. She's going to take very good care of your clients. And, I just really want to thank you for allowing me to interview you.